Hey, I'm Brooke, and I am going to start by telling you that my hair has been my security blanket my entire life, yet it has also been something that I have struggled with my entire life. And what do I mean by struggle? I mean that, well, when I was young, I felt like my hair only grew to a certain length, and then that was it. And the fact was it was breaking off and that type of thing. As a young adult, I had a severe diet soda addiction. And if you don't know this, diet soda can wreak havoc on your hair, your skin, your nails, aside from the rest of the issues that come with the chemicals. So I, believe it or not, roughly 3 years ago, put together on YouTube a video on how to install your own tape-in extensions, because for years I was using tape-in extensions, tape-in and both clip-in extensions, and was never to be found without them. So most people thought that I always had this thick, huge head of hair, which I did not. So fast forward to COVID, and I started losing hair significantly, especially in the shower. I was finding clumps and clumps of hair. So I started to take collagen on a regular basis. And I'm gonna tell you that collagen made a huge difference in my hair, skin, and nails. But what it was giving me was length in my hair, but I was struggling with how I was feeling when I looked in the mirror, and I saw so much thinning around my hairline. So I was blessed or cursed with a widow's peak, depending on who you talk to. And the problem with that widow's peak is it kind of accentuates any kind of thinning I have here because my hairline is drawn down further. So for me, I was feeling as though I had this type of Count Dracula hairline. And as I had longer and longer hair with my collagen, I was finding it was getting even more sparse within the front of my hair. So especially these areas. I would pull my hair up in a ponytail and see nothing but little, you could see through the hair that was on the outside. So I decided to give Nutrafol a try. And I had little to no hope in gaining anything but length because it seemed as though that was how it was going to work for me. But how wrong I was. I am now midway through my 4th month of Nutrafol. And what I can tell you is I have seen, number one, the first thing I realized within probably 4 weeks is that when I was washing my hair in the shower, I wasn't getting a giant clump of hair in the drain anymore. I'm not saying I have no fallout. Fallout is normal, but I was having an excessive amount of fallout that now has reduced down to a very minimal amount in the drain. So for me, that was huge. But little by little, what I have seen is I have started to fill in that area that was making me so insecure around my hairline. I now have, and it may be hard to see, but I'll kind of do this. I now have all of these kind of baby hairs that are all throughout my head, basically 1.5 inch long hair that is new coming in. So those areas that had thinned out over the years, whether that was hormones, combination of hormones, age, menopause, COVID, diet soda, the damage I had done to my body with nutrients, has now begun to kind of shift. And I am so excited to see where this is going. I actually signed up from the very beginning to get the monthly kind of subscription because I did hear that they can run out. And I'll tell you a couple things. So I was impressed. This is going to be a weird thing to be impressed with, but the bottle that they give you, that you refill as they send you your refills every month, you keep this kind of glass bottle. Seems silly, but this thing is such a nice glass bottle. So then monthly, or every 3 months, because I do 3 at a time, they just send me these pouches. I did the Women's Balance. So when you go in, there's 2 different ones to choose from. And because of my age, I'm 48. I did the Women's Balance, and I get 3 new pouches every single month, fill my glass bottle, take 4 of these once a day, and I can't tell you how impressed I am. I can't tell you how little insecurity my hair gives me now. I I'm not saying I have the longest, most amazing hair in the world, but apparently I have a lot more than I did 4 months ago. So if you have been thinking about it, if this is something that you've been on the fence, I do realize that it's a commitment of sort, but let me tell you, this stuff, Nutrafol, is absolutely no joke. I have talked to so many people at this point that this works well for. That's what made me give it a try. And I think that the proof's in the pudding for me. So if you're on the fence, now might be the time to take the leap. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope that if you struggle with insecurities because of your hair like me, like I did, or you use it as a security blanket like I have my whole life, that this is something that might help you maybe feel a little bit better too. So